If that's how they gonna play, they gonna lose a lot of games. Deservedly so though. If you play like that, bro, that was just. We're gonna get into it. I got a few notes here. We recapping the Dallas Cowboys loss to the Chicago Bears. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. They got to keep feeding Javonte. They got to keep feeding Javonte. I think he had 10 rushes for like 80 some yards. So, bro, like getting like I want to say like 7.8, 7.9 yards per carry. You don't stop that. Like I know, the game kind of got away from them quickly, especially after that first fumble. It was just like I said, the Bears were just scoring quickly, so it kind of got away from them. I get that, but like I said, they got to keep feeding Javonte. That's honestly the run game on offense, and honestly the run defense has been probably the best, most consistent throughout these first three games. So yeah, just keep feeding Javonte really, and let's see what he can do. Uh, Defense, the defense will not survive playing like this. The defense gave up so many big plays against the Giants, and I think the Bears saw that and took advantage of it too. Like Caleb Williams, this is the first game that he played without getting sacked. And I know y'all think that dude out there, you know what I'm saying, in Green Bay would have helped with that. But again, if the game still went how it went, where they make the Cowboys one dimensional, where we have to pass the ball to keep up, and they're able to just run the ball and take their time, like Michael wouldn't have did. It wouldn't have helped with that. I don't feel like um, Michael would have helped with that. Where Micah shines is when we have a lead and we make the other team one dimensional and they have to pass the ball to keep up. Obviously, he's a top three whatever pass rusher. So yeah, he would have helped in that aspect, but I don't think the issues with the game and the defense on yesterday, Michael honestly would have helped with for real. But who knows? We can stop the run, but at this point, like yeah, you can stop the run, but opponents until y'all stop it right now, the opponents gonna keep throwing it over y'all head. Um, gonna keep doing these big chunk plays. Even I think Brian Schottenheimer in his press conference today was like, usually explosive plays are like, 16, 15, 16 yards, whatever. The explosive plays they've been allowing in these past couple, games is 35 plus, yards per, and that's just a recipe for disaster, bro. They can't keep playing like that. They got to definitely figure out some things. I was happy to hear that um, in his press conference, he also said that they're open to personnel changes. So I feel like it's going to be a lot of moving pieces. I mean, yeah, we already have injuries. I think I saw today that obviously Lamb and his ankle injury is out for a couple weeks. Tyler Booker, the rookie, was it right guard, is out with a. They all got high ankle sprains too. Cooper Beebe was out. What was that against the Giants? I think when he went out, Deron Bland is obviously out on defense. So yeah, like we have a lot of injuries right now, so it's gonna be a lot of moving pieces anyway. But I do feel like at least on this defense, they have to give some more people. They have to give some more people some opportunities. They have to see more of what Wanye can do. They have to see more of what um what's the I forget the rookie linebacker. I can't think of his name right now. But they have to see what guys like that can do. They have to see what it looks like giving James Houston as a pass rusher more reps. The point is they making changes, and that's necessary. That's needed. They're gonna have to do something because it ain't gonna work like this. And everybody have to take. Everybody first off, everyone has to take accountability. Which when you hear the press conferences and the player interviews and things like that, it sounds like they are. Everybody has to look at themselves and say, what did I do? Because I think that's really all it is, just people not being job focused and just focusing strictly on your job. I heard Vach say in a show earlier today, he felt like they're still learning it, which is kind of what I said in the pregame thoughts. They're still learning this defense, and I think certain things that's been happening won't happen if they. So he mentioned specifically that Diggs play where he kind of slips. If you know that Malik Hooker is not behind you for that coverage, then I don't think you may not take that chance to jam the receiver at the line, and then when he turned around to follow him, that's when he slipped. So maybe if he knew Malik Hooker wasn't behind him, then he wouldn't have jammed the dude and would have just ran the route with him, and maybe the big play or whatever wouldn't have happened. I just thought it was an interesting take. I definitely feel like they're still learning. All the talking heads that talk about it, say, it shouldn't be this difficult, whatever playing zone and overman and whatever. But apparently, like, these dudes is making it look like it's difficult. So they definitely got to figure that out. But does Jadeveon Clowney really make a difference? I definitely think because he's not only a pass rusher and he is also a benefit in the run game, he definitely helps. I definitely think once we stop the run and they are passing the ball, we need somebody that is going to get the passer. We need somebody that is going to get sacks. And I think he can be that. He's supposed to play this week. At the end of the day, I think even with Green Bay losing, I think they kind of had the same problem. I think both of these teams looked past the game they had this week against the Browns for the Packers and the Bears for the Cowboys, because both teams were 0-2, so you feel like you'll just go into their house or whatever and take over. But apparently, they came to play like it's any given Sunday. So I just think both teams, Packers included, just looked past this game, thought it would be an easy win, didn't really spend too much time, focus on it because it is this Cowboys game for Dallas. It's it's a revenge game. It's they came to y'all house and basically made y'all look foolish, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a get back game for that. So I think they've just been preparing for Green Bay, and they really didn't prepare that well for Chicago. And I think also Chicago, I don't even think Chicago really did much that they wasn't expecting, but could have, you never know what they were expecting, but like I said, we'll see. I'm just a barber, so what do I know? This might just be shop talk. I'll catch y'all later.